Hello everyone! Magandang buhay po sa lahat. Welcome na welcome po kayo dito sa aking Mathematics Tagalog Tutorial. Sa video na ito ay magpipresent po ako ng different multiple choice questions as practice review or practice test for this upcoming periodical test. So ang focus po nito ay about percentage and rates. So magpipresent po ako from easy to difficult questions. So ito po ay part 2 ng aking ginagawang reviewer for Math 7 Matatag. So ang part 1 po, kung hindi niyo po napanood, ay puntahan lang po ninyo sa ating channel. Ito po ay about polygons. Okay, so let's start with number 1 question. Which of the following percentage measures the amount of increase in comparison to the original value? Letter A, percentage increase. Letter B, percentage decrease. Letter C, percentage down. And letter D, percentage up. Okay, so intindihin po natin yung ating problem. Ito po ay tungkol sa percentage increase and percentage decrease. Okay, but dalawa lang po yan. Kung hindi po increase, ito po ay decrease. So wala pong percentage down at wala pong percentage up. Okay, so mula po dito sa ating statement or question, percentage measures the amount of increase. So ibig sabihin, ito po ay percentage increase and that is letter A. Okay, for number 2 and 3 questions. Boyet's weight at the start of December is 50 kg. Pinoy celebrates Christmas season by eating and fun with friends for the whole month. So at the end of December, Boyet's weight rise to 65 kg. This is question number 2. What is the original value? Okay, so mula po dito sa ating problem, alin daw po dito ang original value? So ang original value, ito po yung starting value or starting number. Okay, so si Boyet daw po, ang weight niya from the start of December is 50 kg. And then at the end ay naging 65 kg. So ang original value nito ay ito pong 50 kg. Ito po yung starting value. Okay? So 50 kg, ito po yon, letter B. For number 3 question, what is the new value? Letter A, 15 kg, B, 50 kg, C, 65 kg, D, none of the above. Okay, kung yung 50 po, ito po yung original value or starting value. Ito pong 65 kg, ito po yung end value or new value. Ano po? Kaya ang sagot po natin dito, ito pong letter C, 65 kilograms. For number 4 question, it refers to the amount or percentage deducted from the normal selling price of something or product. Letter A, sale price. B, discount. C, commission. And D, sales tax. So, ito po ay definition ng isa sa mga term na nandito po sa ating choices. Pero alin po dito? Intindihin po natin yung ating statement. Amount or percentage deducted from normal selling price. So ito po yung ibinabawas nating amount dun sa ating product na ibinebenta. Halimbawa, nagbenta po tayo ng 10 or nakabenta po tayo ng 10 sa isang tao, so nagbibigay po tayo ng konting bawas. Ang tawag po doon ay discount. So nagbibigay po tayo ng discount sa ating paninda. Number 5 question. What do you call on the amount when purchase price is added to sales tax? A, sale price. B, discount. C, total sale. And letter D, total cost. Okay, so intindihin po natin yung ating question. So what do you call on the amount when purchase price is added to sales tax? So pag bumibili po kasi tayo, lalo na po sa supermarket, meron po tayong tinatawag na purchase price, yun po yung amount ng product, and then magdadagdag po sila ng sales tax. Okay, so kapag pinagsama po yung purchase price at sales tax, ang tawag po dun ay, ito po, total cost. Okay, so ito po yung kabuuan na babayaran po natin sa tindahan. Number 6 problem. A certain brand of a smartphone increased from 10,000 pesos in January to 15,000 pesos in June due to its more upgraded version. What is the percentage increase in the amount of smartphone? A, 30%, B, 40%, C, 50%, and D, 60%. So ang question po, ang hinahanap po niya ay percentage increase. Kaya po ang choices ay percentage. So ang tanong, paano po natin i-calculate yung percentage increase ng smartphone from 10,000 pesos up to 15,000 pesos? Okay, so ganito lang po yun. To calculate, we're going to use this percentage increase formula. New value minus original value divided by original value times 100. Okay, so rekta na po natin sa ating formula. So ano po yung ating new value at original value mula po dito sa ating dalawang value? Ito pong 10,000 at 15,000. Okay, so ito pong 10,000, ito po yung tinatawag nating original or starting value. At ito pong 15,000, ito po yung new value or end value. Okay? Kasi mula 10,000 hanggang 15,000. Okay, substitute po natin. Yung new value natin or end value natin ay 15,000. And then, imaminus natin original value which is 10,000 pesos. Okay? Divide by, sa denominator, original value ulit. Kaya ulitin natin yung 10,000 pesos. And then, we're going to multiply 100. Okay, so to simplify this one, subtract mo natin itong ating subtraction sa numerator. So this will become 15,000 minus 10,000, that is 5,000 pesos, divide by 10,000 and then times 100. Okay, next, bago natin i-multiply sa 100, i-divide po muna natin ito. What is 5,000 divided by 10,000? Yan po ay 0.5. Then, multiply natin sa 100. Okay? And what is 0 times 0.50 times 100? Yan po ay 50%. Okay, so to divide this one, you can use calculator. 5,000 divided by 10,000 or pwede naman pong long division. Ito naman pong 0.50 times 100, madali lang po ito. Pag multiply po natin sa 100, there are 2 zeros po sa 100. I-move lang po natin yung decimal ng 0.50 going to the right. Kaya 0.50, so 1, 2, 2 times kasi 100, 2 zeros. So 2 times magiging 50. Okay. Kaya ito po ay 50%. Sa ating pong choices ay letter C. For number 7 question, what rate of discount is given if a lady's blouse that regularly for 80 pesos is sold for 60 pesos? A, 15%, B, 25%, C, 30%, and D, 45%. Okay, so ang hinahanap po ng problem ay rate, kaya ang ating pong choices ay percentage. Okay, so ito po ay about discount. From 80 pesos, bumaba, naging 60 pesos. Okay, so ito po ay percentage decrease. So to calculate, ito po, percentage decrease is equal to original value minus new value, or ito pong numerator natin, ito po yung pagtaas or pagbaba po, o magkano po yung itinaas or ibinaba mula po dun sa price, okay, or mula po dun sa dalawang numbers. Ano po? And then, ang denominator po natin lagi ay original value or starting value. Okay, so to substitute, ang ating pong original value or nag-start po tayo mula 80, ito po yung original. Ano po? At new value or end value, ito po ay naging 60. Kaya ito po yung ating original and new. So 80 minus 60 pesos sa numerator. And then, denominator naman, yung original value, always po ang denominator po natin ay original value, which is 80. Diyan po tayo nag-start. Then, times 100. So, again, subtract mo natin. 80 minus 60 is 20. Then, divide by 80 times 100. So, what is 20 divided by 80? You can use calculator. So, that is 0.25 times 100. So, again, ito, madali lang pong i-multiply. Move lang po natin yung decimal, 1, 2, going to the right po. So that is 0.25 will become 25. So that is 25%. So mayroon po ba tayo sa ating pamimilian? Ito po, letter B, 25%. For number 8 question, today there are 45 present students in grade 7 math class. This number of present students is decreased by 10%. How many students should there be yesterday? Letter A, 85 students. B, 75 students. C, 60 students. Letter D, 50 students. Okay, intindihin po natin yung ating problem. Today, there are 45 present students. Okay, so ngayong araw, 45 students are present. Then, this number of present students is decreased by 10%. So, ang given po dito ay number and then percentage. So, ano po yung ating 45 present students? Is it new value or ito po yung ating end value? Original or new value? Okay, tingnan po natin yung question. How many students should there be yesterday? So, kahapon ilan daw po yung estudyante? So, ano po ba yung nauuna, kahapon po ba o ngayon? So, siyempre ang nauuna po ay yung kahapon. So, yung kahapon po, yun po yung original value. Pero ang tanong, paano natin gagamitin itong ating percentage increase na formula? Ang hinahanap po ay is number po or original value. So, ang given po dito ay new value at percentage increase. This is decrease, this percentage decrease. So, mula po dito sa ating formula na ito, ay nakagawa po tayo ng another formula. Okay, original value is equal to new value. Ito po yung 45% students. So, new po siya kasi ngayong araw. Yung original ay yung kahapon. Ano po? Okay. So, original, new value, divide by 1 minus percentage increase or decrease. So, ito po yung ating given na percentage. Okay, subukan mo natin, substitute natin sa ating formula. So, ang new value natin is 45% students. So, that is 45. Divide by 1 minus ang percentage increase or decrease po. Ito po ay decrease 10%. Okay? Kaya 1 minus 10%. So, paano po natin ito simplify? Ganito lang po yun. Hindi po natin pwedeng isubtract kaagad itong 1 minus 10%. Kailangan i-decimal muna natin itong 10%. Ano po? So, in decimal, this will become 1 minus 0.10. So, ang 10% kapag i-decimal po ninyo, i-divide lang po ninyo yung 10 o itong percentage by 100. At kapag nag-divide po kayo ng 100, i-move lang po ninyo yung decimal going to the right. So, ang decimal po ng 10 ay nito sa right. So, 1 to magiging 0.10 or 0.10. Okay? And then, pwede na pong isubtract itong 1 minus 0.10. Yan po ay 0.9 or 0.90. Ano po? So, 45 divided by 0.90. And then, if you're going to divide, pwede na pong gamitin dyan ang calculator. The answer there is equal to 50 students. So, meron po ba tayong 50 students? Meron po. Ito pong letter D. Number 9 question. The original price or mark price of a book is 400 pesos. How much is the discount if 20% discount rate is given to the customers? Letter A, 80 pesos. B, 100 pesos. C, 120 pesos. And letter D, 130 pesos. Okay. Balikan po natin yung ating problem. Ito po ay problem about discount. So, ang given po dito ay original price which is 400 pesos. Okay? At yung ating pong discount rate which is 20%. So, ang hinahanap po dito ay how much is the discount. So, that's money, kaya ito po yung ating choices. Okay, so to solve this one, ito lang po yung ating formulang gagamitin. Pero bago yan, identify muna natin yung ating given. 400, original value, 20% discount rate. So, ang hanapin po natin dyan ay yung discount. So, ito po yung ating formula. Discount is equal to original price times discount rate. So, ang original price natin ay 400. Then, i-multiply lang natin sa 20%. So, this will become 400 times 20%. So, again, this time, we cannot multiply 400 by 20% kasi may percentage po ito. So, before we multiply, kailangan i-remove natin yung percentage ng 20. Okay? So, paano po i-remove yan? Yung 20 ay i-divide lang po natin ulit sa 100. So, kapag gusto nyo pong i-decimal ang percentage, always divide by 100. Okay. So, let's become, what is 20 divided by 100? That will become, ano po? So, move lang po natin yung decimal ng 20 going to the left. 2 times. Kasi 100 yon. 2 times. So, 1, 2. That is 0.2 or 0.20. Okay? And then, you can now multiply 400 times 0.20. that is equal to 80 pesos. So meron po ba tayong 80 pesos? Meron po. This is letter A in our question or choices. Number 10 question. Find the original price or mark price of a t-shirt that is sold for 500 pesos at 20% reduction. Letter A, 850 pesos. Letter B, 625 pesos. Letter C, 450 pesos. And letter D, 225 pesos. So, ang hinahanap po dito ay original price. Okay? So, ang given po ay 20%. Ito po yung percentage reduction or discount. At that is sold for 500 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, mula po dun sa original price, ngayon po ay binebenta na po sa 500 pesos. So, paano po i-calculate yan? Ito lang po yung ating formula. Pero bago yan, identify natin yung given. 500, sale price, 20% discount rate. At ang hinahanap po ay original price. Okay. So, to calculate, original price is equal to sale price divided by 1 minus discount rate. Okay, substitute lang natin. Ang sale price ay 500 pesos divide by 1 minus ang ating pong discount rate is 20%. So, 1 minus 20%. Okay? So, again, before we divide, isubtract natin 1 minus 20. Pero bago ulit isubtract, ay i-decimal natin yung 20%. So again, ang decimal po ng 20% ay 0.20. So divide lang po ito sa 100 or move lang natin yung decimal ng 20 going to the left. So 1, 2, that is 0.20 or 0.20. Okay? And then subtract na natin. This will become 500 over 1 minus 0.20 is 0.8. And then you can divide using calculator. 500 divided by 0.8 is 625 pesos. So ito po ay letter B sa ating choices. For number 11 question, what rate of discount is given if a men's bag that regularly sells for 800 pesos is sold for 700 pesos? Okay, we have choices A for 65%, B 33%, C 21.5%, and letter D 12.5%. So, ang given po dito ay, sa ating choices ay percentage kasi ang hinahanap po ng problem ay rate of discount. So, ito pong problem ay about discount. Okay, so, identify natin yung ating given. Ito pong 800 natin, ito na po yung ating original price. At yung 700, yan po yung ating sale price. So, given po yung original at sale, ang hinahanap po dito ay yung rate of discount. Magkano daw po o ano po yung discount ng ating paninda. Okay. So, or men's bag rather. Okay, ang hanapin natin dito ay discount rate. So, using the formula, pero bago magamit kasi yung formula, kailangan po muna natin makuha yung kung magkano po yung discount bago po makalculate yung discount rate. Okay. So, para makuha po yung discount, subtract lang po natin itong dalawang price mula original hanggang sale price. So, ito po 800 minus 700, that will become 100 pesos. So, ang 100 pesos po, ito po yung ating discount. Okay. So, ngayon, magagamit na po yung ating formula, yung formula of discount rate. Ano po? So, discount divided by original price times 100. Okay. Kaya nga po, wala pong given dito sa ating problem kung magkano yung discount. Ika-calculate natin muna para magamit tong formula. Okay, so substitute. Nakalagay po dito, discount over original price. So ang discount po ay, ito pong na-compute natin, 100 pesos. And then, ang original price po ay start from 800 original price. Okay? So 100 discount over 800 original price. So 100 divided by 800 times 100%. Okay? So, divide mo natin. 100 divided by 800 is 0.125. Gamit po kayo ng calculator. Meron po pong kasunod itong digit. Kailang kinuha ko lang po yung 3 decimal place. Okay? Then, times 100. So, to multiply this one by 100, move lang po natin yung decimal. If you multiply by 100, move the decimal going to the right. If you divide, move going to the left. Okay? So, going to the right, count 1, 2, that is 12.5. And then, that will become percentage. So 12.5% sa ating pong choices, ito po ay letter D. Number 12 question. Sammy bought a bicycle in a supermarket or SM where the sales tax was 12% of the purchase price. What was the sales tax of a bicycle if the purchase price was 15,000 pesos? Okay, so we have A, B, C, D choices. So si Sammy daw po ay bumili ng bicycle at ang sales tax po ng bicycle ay 12%. So, tanong po dito, what was the sales tax of a bicycle if the purchase price was 15,000 pesos? Okay, dalawa po yung ating given. Ito po ay purchase price, 15,000 pesos. At yung nakalagay po ditong 12%, ito po ay tax rate. Okay, so ano pong hanapin natin? Ang hanapin po natin, sabi po ng problem, what was the sales tax? Kaya ang hanapin natin ay sales tax. So to calculate, ito po yung ating formula. Sales tax is equal to purchase price. Ito pong 15,000. Then multiply lang po natin sa tax rate or yung percentage. Okay? So to do that, substitute natin. Purchase price is 15,000. Tax rate is 12%. So we cannot multiply again by 15,000 times 12%. Kailangan i-decimal mo natin yung ating 12%. So para i-decimal, i-divide lang po yung 12 sa 100. 12 divided by 100 is 0.12. Or, again, move lang po yung decimal going to the left kasi division. So, 1, 2, that is 0.12 or 0.12. And then, multiply using your calculator. 15,000 times 0.12, the answer is 1,800 pesos. Sa atin pong choices, ito po ay letter C. Number 13. Madel bought a new smartphone for 8,000 pesos plus sales tax. She was surprised when she got the receipt and saw that the tax was 880 pesos. What was the sales tax rate for this purchase? A, B, C, D choices. So ang ating pong choices ay percentage kasi ang hinahanap po ng problem ay sales tax rate or tax rate. So ibig sabihin, rate, iyan po ay percentage. So dalawa po yung given natin dito, 8,000 pesos, ito po yung purchase price ng smartphone at 880 pesos, ito po yung tax. Okay? So lagay po natin dito yung ating given, 8,000 purchase price, 880 sales tax at ang hinahanap po ay tax rate. So to simplify or to calculate, use the formula. Tax rate is equal to sales tax divided by purchase price times 100%. Okay? So, ang sales tax po natin ay 880. Ito po, substitute po natin sa numerator. 880 divided by ang ating pong purchase price. Ito po, 800 or 8,000 pesos. Then, times 100. So, bago po natin multiply sa 100, divide mo natin, we can use calculator or you can use calculator. So, 880 divided by 8,000 is equal to 0.11 times 100. Again, that is multiplication times 100. Move lang po yung decimal. 1, 2, going to the right. That is 0.11 will become 11. Okay? So that is 11% sa atin pong choices. Ito po, letter C. Number 14. Vanessa receives 5% commission when she sells a car. How much commission will she receive for selling a car that costs 950,000 pesos? We have A, B, C, D. Okay? So, what is asked in the problem? Ito po ay commission. So, ito pong problem na ito ay about commission. So, ang hinahanap po ng problem ay yung commission ni Vanessa. Okay? So, ang percentage ng commission ay 5% at ang cost ng car na binenta niya ay 950,000 pesos. Okay? So, 950 total sales po. 5% commission rate, ang hahanapin po natin ay how much is the commission. So, to calculate, ito po, commission is equal to total sales times commission rate. Ito pong total sales na ito po yung ating money or amount or cost ng ating ibinebenta na lupa or sasakyan. Okay, so ang total sales po natin dyan ay 950,000 pesos times natin sa commission rate na 5%. So again, hindi po natin pwedeng i-multiply sa 950,000 yung 5% kasi naka-percentage. So i-decimal mo natin. What is 5% in decimal? That is 5/10 divided by 100 lang po yan. Or in decimal, that is 0.05. So bakit po 100? Yan ang denominator. Move lang po natin yung decimal ng numerator 2 times. So 1 to 0.05 or 0.05. And then multiply using your calculator. 950,000 pesos times 0.05 is 47,500 pesos. So ating pong choices, ito po, letter D. For number 15 question, okay? Maki earned 800 pesos as commission for total sales of school supplies he sold. How much is the total sales if this is 5% of school supplies he sold? A, 11,000. B, 13,000. C, 16,000. And letter D, 21,000. Okay, so pwede po ninyong i-post yung video na ito. Kayo po muna ang mag-solve. And then mamaya, ipipresent ko po yung aking computation. Okay, so pwede po ninyong i-post yung video na ito. So ito po yung ating computation sa problem na ito. So total sales is equal to 16,500. So ito po ay 16,000 rather. Ito po ay letter C sa ating choices. For number 16 question, money borrowed 30,000 at 10% annual simple interest rate. How much is the interest for 3 years? So ang problem naman na ito ay about interest or simple interest. So ang hinahanap po ng problem ay interest for 3 years. Okay? So ang ating pong money borrowed ay 30,000 at ang ating pong interest rate ay 10%. So again, pwede po ninyong i-post yung video na ito. Then solve ninyo at check po ninyo later kung tama po yung sagot ninyo. Okay, so ito po yung ating sagot. Ang sagot po natin ay 9,000 pesos. Okay, so ito po yung ating computation. How about this number 17 question? How much money must be invested at 15% interest annually to earn 500 pesos monthly? So we have A, B, C, D choices. So again, how much money must be invested? So ito po ay amount, okay? 15% interest annually at mag-earn daw po o kikita ng 500 pesos monthly. Okay, so ito po yung ating computation. Okay, so ito pong ating given ay 15% at 500 monthly. So kung tignan po natin, ang hinahanap po dito ay how much money must be invested. Ito po yung principal. Okay? So ang rate po ay 15%. Ang time po ay, pag sinabi natin annually, yan po ay 1. Ano po? 1 year annually. At yung ating pong interest ay monthly ang given. So pag compute po natin, hindi po pwedeng monthly. Dapat po ay yearly. Ano po? 1 year. So kaya ito pong 500 monthly ay i-multiply natin muna sa 12. Kasi 12 months sa isang taon. So 500 times 12 is 6,000. Ito po yung kanyang interest. Saka po nyo pwedeng gamitin yung formula ng principal is equal to interest over rate times time. So kapag sinabjudge po ninyo at kinalculate, ang sagot pong principal ay 40,000 pesos. Ito po ay letter D. How about this number 18 question? Vicky is a high school student with 120 daily allowance from Monday to Friday. If she spent 90 pesos for snacks a day, how much savings she had after 1 week? Okay, so pag ang pinag-uusapan po ay 1 week ng isang high school students, yan po ay 5 days lang. From Monday to Friday. Kahit pa sabihing 1 week. Okay? Kasi ang pasok lang po ng mga high school ay from Monday to Friday. Okay? So, ano pong hinahanap ng problem? Yung savings daw po ni Vicky. Okay, so to calculate, ito lang po yung ating computation. So, kailangan hanapin natin yung money earned. Magkano po yung na-earn niya? So, kapag daily, 120, nakalagay po dito, daily allowance, 120. And then, sa isang pong linggo, weekly, 120 times 5 lang po ito. Ano po? kasi 5 days lang ang pasok ng high school. So 120 times 5 is 600. Then ang expenses daw po niya ay 90 snacks or 90 pesos for snacks a day. So daily 90 pesos. So weekly magkano po? 90 times 5 is 450. So para makuha po yung savings, isusubtract po natin yung yung expenses dun sa money earned or allowance. Okay, subtract lang po natin yung expenses niya. Okay? So, pag daily, 120 minus 90, 30 pesos. So, 30 pesos ang kanyang savings daily. Pero ang hinahanap po ng problem ay 1 week. Okay, so weekly, 600 minus 450 is 150 pesos. Okay? Kaya po ang sagot po natin dito ay 150 pesos. For number 19 question, the following are uses of rates except one, which is not. Okay, lahat po ng statement A, B, C, D ay uses of rates daw except one. Okay, so ibig sabihin, tatlo po dito ay use of rates at isa po ay not or hindi po pwedeng uses or use of rates. Okay, so intindihin po natin. Pag ganito po yung question, kailangan dito po tayo magpo-focus sa choices. Okay? Kasi except one. So isa-isahin po natin. Letter A, exchanging currency like comparing dollars to peso. Ito po ba ay rates? Yes, ang rates po ay pwede pong exchanging currency. Halimbawa, mula po dollar ng ibang bansa, compare po natin sa ating peso dito sa Pilipinas. Okay, so pwede pong rate itong letter A. How about letter B? A payment or cost of a certain product like buying one apple for 25 pesos. So again, ito pong letter B ay rates. Bakit po? Kino-compare po natin yung one apple sa 25 pesos. So magkaiba po sila ng ano po, ng kanyang unit, apple and 25 pesos. Okay? Still, ito po ay rate. How about letter C? Cost of work like the minimum wage of a factory worker per hour or per day. Ito naman po ay kino-compare yung trabaho per day or per hour. So, yun po kasi, ganun po yung pag-compute ng sweldo ng ating mga worker or factory worker. Okay, still ito po ay rate. At letter D, halos A, B, C, D ay rate po. Tingnan natin yung letter D kung ito po yung not. Watching drama box in a bus. Ibig sabihin, kapag nanonood ka lang, wala ka pong pagkokomperan na iba pang quantity. So, ibig sabihin, ito pong letter D is not rate. So, that is letter D ang sagot po natin. Number 20 question. Which of the following statements or problems describe rates? So again, ganito naman po yung question number 19. So pag ganito po yung ating question, which of the following statements, ganon, ay kailangan intindihin natin lahat po ng ating choices. Okay? So, describe rates. So ibig sabihin, isa lang po ang magdi-describe ng rates dito. So the rest ay hindi po rates. Okay? So tingnan po natin yung first one. A car runs 80 kilometers per hour. Rates po ba ito? Yes. Bakit po? Kasi we are comparing 80 kilometers quantity per hour. Another quantity. So magkaiba po sila ng unit. Pag sinabi po natin per hour, 1 hour. Okay? So 80 kilometers for 1 hour. So comparing kilometers to hour, magkaiba po ng unit. Ang tawag po dito ay rates or rate. Tingnan natin kung mali yung B, C, and D. So, ang sagot natin dyan ay letter A. Pero check natin yung B. A ribbon cost 11 pesos in a store. Okay, ang given lang pong quantity ay 11 pesos. So, wala po tayong pagko-comparean. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, hindi po siya rate. Letter C, Miss Jackie rent a boarding house that cost 3,000 pesos. Okay, so hanggang dun lang. So, ang quantity lang po natin dito ay 3,000 pesos. Wala po tayong again pagko-comparean. Okay? Letter D, Mr. Paak noticed that there are 50 bags of cement in the stock room. Okay, ang given lang po ay 50 bags. So wala pong nakalagay kung o wala po tayong pagkukumpiran na iba pang unit. Okay, so ibig sabihin B, C, D ay not rate. Okay, yung letter A lang ang ating rate. Number 21 question. Which of the following is our unit rate? We have 80 km per hour, 50 words per minute, 30 pesos per book, and all the choices. So, next time, yung iba po ay masyadong mabilis sa pagsagot. Pag nakita pong unit rate at nakita yung letter A ay unit rate na kaagad, hindi na po binabasa yung iba pang choices. Okay? Yung pala, ito po ay rate, yung letter B ay rate din, letter C ay rate din. Ibig sabihin, dapat ang sagot dito ay all the choices. Pero sabi ko nga, yung iba masyadong mabilis. Pag nakita na yung tanong at yung letter A ay sagot na kaagad, ito na kaagad ang sagot. No. Check po ninyo yung iba pang choices. Lalo na ito, mayroon po nakalagay all the choices. Ibig sabihin, ang sagot po natin dyan ay letter D. For number 22 question, write the statement in ratio or rate in simplest form. Ana can type 150 words in 3 minutes. So ito po ay ratio or rate in simplest form. Okay, so ibig sabihin, i-transform natin itong statement into rate. So Ana can type 150 words in 3 minutes. So we have this one, 150 words per minute. 150 words in 3 minutes, 50 words per minute, and 50 words in 3 minutes. So pag sinabi po nating simplest form, dapat ay hindi na po pwedeng i-simplify. Ano po? Ito pong 150 words per minute, ito po, simplest form na po ito. Pero dalawa po ang per minute natin na simplest form, ito pong C, 50 words per minute. Pero ito pong B at D, hindi po sila simplest form kasi 150 3 minutes. Okay, 150 divided by 3 can be simplified. Okay, gawin din po dito 50 divided by 3 can be simplified. Okay, so it's either A or C ang ating pamimilian. Ito po, 150 words. Compare natin sa 3 minutes. Okay, so tanggal natin yung unit muna. So paano po i-simplify? Since ang ating pong denominator ay 3, divide po natin ng 3 numerator at denominator. Okay? So sa numerator, 150 divided by 3 is 50. At sa denominator naman, 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay, yan na po ay unit na po siya. Or simplest form rather. Bakit po? Kasi ang denominator na po ay 1. So 50 words, 1 minute. Or 50 words per minute. Nasaan po sa ating choices? Ito po, letter C. Okay, for number 23 question, the rate of rice in a store is 3/4 kilogram for 45 pesos. How much is 1 kilogram? Okay, so ang question naman po dito ay given fraction. 3/4 kilogram for 45 pesos. Okay, how to answer the question? How much is 1 kilogram? So magkano daw po ang 1 kilogram? Kapag ang 3/4 kilogram ay 45 pesos. So ganito lang po yun. Simple. 45, lagay mo natin sa ating rate. 45 pesos over 3/4 kilogram. Okay. So, paano po yan simplify? Ganito lang po yun. Para po maging 1 ang ating denominator para i-simplify po natin, dapat po kasi para maging unit rate po siya, 1 ang denominator. Since ito po ay 3/4, ang denominator, gawin po nating 1. So, paano? Ito pong 3/4 na ito ay i-multiply po natin sa kanyang reciprocal. So, ano po ang reciprocal ng 3/4? Pag sinabing reciprocal, babaltarin natin yung numerator at denominator. Ang reciprocal po niya ay 4/3. Okay? 3/4, 4/3. Yan po yung ibig sabihin ng reciprocal. So, kapag nag-multiply po tayo sa denominator, gawin din po sa numerator. So, ito pong 3/4 times 4/3, ang sagot po dyan ay 1. Ano po? Okay? And then, sa numerator naman, 45 times 4 is 6. Ilan po ito? 45 times 4, that is equal to 20. 180 divided by 3 is 60. Ano po? Okay? And balikan natin, tama po ba? 3/4 times 4, 3 is 1. Tama po. 3 times 4, 12. 4 times 3, 12. So 12 divided by 12 is 1. Ano po? So 60 kilograms or 60 pesos in 1 kilogram. So ito na po ay 1 kilogram. Ito po yung hinahanap ng problem. So how much is 1 kilogram? So 1 kilogram is 60 pesos. That is letter D. Number 24. A car travels for 6 hours and covers 240 kilometers. Find its speed. So, ang speed po ay unit rate. So, dapat unit rate po ang ating makukuha ang sagot. So ating pong choices, lahat po ay unit rate kasi per hour po ang nakalagay dito. So paano po isolve yan? Transform natin yan into rates muna. 240 kilometers for 6 hours. Always po ang numerator ay bigger than the denominator. Okay? 240 kilometers for 6 hour. And then, reduce natin to lowest term yan. Gawin nating unit rate. So 240 over 6. 6 po ang denominator. So divide po natin ng 6 numerator at denominator. So 240 divided by 6 is 40. Divide by 6 divided by 6 is 1. So 40 over 1 or 40 kilometer in 1 hour. So ang speed po niyan ay 40 kilometer per hour. So yan po ay letter C sa ating choices. Thanks for watching guys. Please click like and subscribe if you are not done yet.